help them. Ain't gotta do all that. We have plenty of jakes that say that, right? Who run the world? Oh, you know who run the world. Who runs the world? You know who run the world. I ain't gotta say it. You know who. Man, motherfucker, just say it. The so-called white man. See, y'all, Esau still got a rope around y'all necks, man. Y'all can't even utter his name right in the open without trying to offend him.
Yeah.
Niggas whisper in their houses when they talk about Esau, bro. I seen it.
Damn.
Niggas at home whispering when they talk about so-called white people.
Yeah, you know these damn. Hey, your phone on? You ain't alive, are you? These damn crackers.
I had my mama come up, I start talking about them damn Edomites. This motherfucker, I ain't gonna curse out. This lady came and started shutting my windows, bro. Shut these motherfuckers. You a crazy motherfucker. All I said is they're the devil. Edomites are the devil. Don't shut my damn windows.
Shutting the windows.
Hey, like that's the boogeyman or something. Can't even say the name.
Man, that's that scary born nigga mentality. You know, field nigga mentality.
House nigga.
You got something?
Yeah, this so James chapter 4 and verse 4. Ye adulterers and adulteress, know ye not that the friendship of the world is enmity with Yahweh? Whosoever therefore will be a friend of the world is the enemy of Yahweh.
So when you go to speak to this truth, you're gonna be forced to make a decision. You either gonna stand steadfast for the Lord and for the truth's sake, or you're gonna side with the world because the world doesn't accept the truth. It doesn't. You are not allowed in the era of 2020, the era of knowledge. You are not allowed to speak the truth on certain things. You're not allowed. Because if it will offend said person, you aren't allowed to speak it. That means you can't speak the truth. And here we are, 2020. We're talking about history. You can't even say history. You can't even talk about true history. Or you got to make sure that your answers are ambiguous, meaning up for interpretation. Meaning you can't just say this what it is. I remember when I was in college and I did a paper. This is when I was new in the truth. And you know, she always gave us stuff to write about. But then one time she said, okay, on this paper, y'all can write about anything. I was like, you messed up. I already know what I'm about to talk about. And I went straight into how we the real Jews.
Really?
I did a whole paper, I did a presentation. I didn't even fear it, you know. I wasn't embarrassed or anything.
Wow.
And I got a damn D. I said, what? And all her answers were, well, you didn't quote enough sources from another websites, and you didn't post both sides of the argument. Like, woman, this is pure truth. I don't have to add. It was an Edomite. Yeah, of course.
Oh, is it oral communication?
No, it was I think college conference. But it was she was like, yeah, you didn't post a lot of theories and stuff from other groups. I said, this is just hardcore truth. Why do I need views or opinions to try to put it in question? That's how they want you to do. Well, some people believe that Jesus was black, but experts think that he could very well be something else. Fuck out of here. I ain't got time for that. I'm just gonna tell you the truth.
And did you drop out after that?
No, I still passed, but that just goes to show you that when you go to speak the truth, they want you to put some type of hint of ambiguity on it. When you're not straight up just telling you, look, this is facts. You gotta say, this might be true. That's the type of presentation you gotta be. That's why Nick's Cannon backtracking. Oh, I said some things. I didn't really check it out before I said them, so I'm sorry. What? Friendship of the world is enmity with Yahweh.
Yeah, I'm going to jump down to verse 7.
Damn shame.
Submit yourselves therefore to Yahweh, resist the devil, and he will flee from you. Draw nigh to Yahweh, and he will draw nigh to you. Cleanse your hands, ye sinners, and purify your hearts, ye double-minded. Be afflicted, and mourn, and weep. Let your laughter be turned into mourning, and your joy to heaviness. Humble yourselves in the sight of the Lord, and he shall lift you up. Nick Cannon still looking for Esau to lift him up and still be in a heightened state in Esau's system, instead of letting the Lord exalt you. You know, being afflicted in this thing is a part of it, man. That's a part of it, man. You're not gonna be able to serve two masters in this thing. You know, and you shouldn't run away from the chastisement of the Lord. Like if you taking this path, like hey, it's gonna come with some licks. You know, can't be afraid of that.
I had two precepts. This is Job 5:17. Behold, happy is the man whom Yahweh correcteth. Therefore despise not thou the chastening of the Almighty. Hebrews 12:17. If ye endure chastening, Yahweh dealeth with you as with sons. For what son is he whom the Father chasteneth not? And when you go into that persecution, that's a way of chastening, man. All right, a way of being conditioning. All right, so you had Nick Cannon, all right, who had that light of persecution on him. He was being chastened for that little moment, but he couldn't endure it. All right, so they just showing you right there, man. All right, he cared too much for the material up in this world.
Right. And respect. He wants respect of name, because you know how the world looks at these Amalekites, these Edomites, the fake Jews. They're the most protected. They got all kind of laws to protect them. They completely changed the definition of a word to be used as a defense against them, talking about some anti-Semitism. That doesn't even make sense. The greatest act of anti-Semitism was the Atlantic slave trade. But we can't talk about that. You can't say that. They can talk about theirs and how they run the world. Here they are, they run the entire world, but they still walking around like they're the victims.
Right.
They own everything. They're the richest people in the world.
And they run the entire world because of the Atlantic slave trade.
Exactly.
They were the masters of slavery.
And I put the video together, they took it down. Talking about some hate. It's just the truth. It was the apostles going over all the names of the fake Jews who benefited off the Atlantic slave ships and how they sold us for wine and how they're so rich today. But oh, you can't say nothing about them because they're the most hated. You can't tell me this world is ass backwards. The scriptures was not lying when he said, folly said in great dignity. Well, not that one. He said, I've seen princes walk upon horses. No, I've seen princes.
I think
Service
it's
on horses,
yeah.
princes. I can get it real quick.
I think it's
Ecclesiastes.
Second Ezra 6.
Ecclesiastes.
Yes.
What is it? 10 and 5, 10 and 4? 10 and 6. Ecclesiastes 10 and 6. Folly is set in great dignity, and the rich sit in low place.
Yeah, what a rich.
I have seen servants upon horses, and princes walking as servants upon the earth.
Now that's folly set in great dignity right there. The real Jews were on the bottom. We can't even claim our heritage without it being quote unquote anti-Semitic. You telling the truth, you're supposed to have the ability to have freedom of speech. Esau got all kind of theories on the books. All kind of theories on the books. They'll teach you that in fucking biology and stuff. So we're gonna go over Darwin's theory. It's just a theory. You don't have to believe it, but you need to learn it. You got all kind of theories, but if one of us say, hey, you know, I think we're the real Jews. Oh, anti-Semitism. Because you were trying to say that you're special. And that's a crime, my good friend. We're either all special or nobody special. That's how he looks at it. They're the servants upon the horses, and we're the princes walking on the earth. And you could tell, look, man, there's no way I could live in this world where everybody just playing pretend all the time. You can't say the truth. You can't say the truth, man. You just gotta conform to not offend people. No, man, I should be able to walk into any store and say, the Lord was a black man.
Yeah.
And everybody should just be like, hey, man, why you going around stating the obvious? But no, instead, you get looks. Okay, we got one of these guys here. What, for saying the truth? You got this quote. Give me a verse, 2 Timothy.
I put the precept too.
Okay.
What? If I can hit it real quick. This is Jeremiah 5 and 14. Wherefore thus saith the Lord Yahweh of hosts, because ye speak this word, behold, I will make my words in thy mouth fire, and this people wood, and it shall devour them.
So who's to say that when this word goes out, everybody's just supposed to be happy with it? No, the word of the Lord is the word of truth. And since these people believe in lies, they are considered wood, and the word of the Lord is fire. That's why when you tell them the truth, they just feel like they're consumed, right? They're consumed with fire. They just combusted in the fire. When you just say simple words that are just saying the truth. We are the real Jews. The world calls Jesus, he was a Jew, a so-called black man. Abraham was a so-called black man. This is just the facts.
Speaking of walking in stores, like you just said, you can't even walk in the store without a mask now, man. Because the people believe the damn lie of the COVID-19.
Yeah.
You know? So it's all about lies here.
It's all about lies and fear. And I really like the little quote you have shared because it hits home. It just shows you the hypocrisy of this place. And one thing I remember what he said specifically, he said, we live in a country where they kill babies for convenience. But now all of a sudden, everybody's got to wear masks to protect old people. And he also said the same people that's advocating for wearing masks is the same people that promote abortion. That's hypocrisy at the finest, man. How you gonna say I'm all for all lives, wear a mask to protect lives, but you promote abortion?
That's right.
Hypocrisy. America is the biggest hypocritical nation on the planet.
That's right.
It's the biggest hypocritical nation that ever existed. Esau, the so-called white man, is the biggest hypocrite that ever walked the earth.
That's right.
How you gonna say we gotta wear masks to protect the people, but you promote abortions?
That's right.
You let your children get abortions. You think that's an option? You think that's a liberty for a woman? But if you don't wear a mask, you can't shop here. That's retarded, man. That shows you people are a bunch of docile, ignorant people, and you're the devil. So get out of here, man. People, man, I hate these devils. They are the biggest hypocrites, man. And then I shouldn't have read that quote because I'm gonna throw it on these Edomites next time if somebody want to get smart with me. You gotta wear a mask. You gotta wear a mask. Don't you promote abortion? What about human life now? And they'll just scour away. That's what happens when you expose a hypocrite. They can't answer you, so they just gonna walk away. Or you can just tell them the truth.
Hey, with all these babies dying through these damn women and doctors, shouldn't these women be wearing chastity belts? If everybody got to wear a mask, shouldn't these women be wearing chastity belts, man?
Right.
Amazon got them.
Yeah, Amazon got them.
Yeah. I just posted in the chat about cause this world backwards. It was this, y'all seen it about the chick. It was like an Edomite chick. She like had a lock and put it on her man.
Oh yeah.
This place backwards, man.
We should be doing that to them, bro.
Right.
That's oppression, and that's
that's wrong.
Yeah.
That's
misogynistic.
That's toxic masculinity.
Sexism.
Speaking of, if I can say, that guy Mark Lamont bringing out that men can get pregnant, and you gotta how ironic it is. Candace Owens was saying, "I'm gonna address you as a male if you were a male, and if you're a female, you're a female."
You better watch it.
The only ones that can have birth, that can give birth, is females. He talking about some, well, I know transgenders that get, like, come on, man, stop lying. But that's just how far they go to push this wickedness and anything that's the opposite of the Most High, man. You know, now you gotta agree with somebody who's off in their mind, and you know.
Yeah.
And he's a professor.
Right.
Showing you who taught him, the white man. And if he's gonna teach, he can't teach the truth. You can't go in there and say, all right, y'all, I'm a teacher of biology. All right, you got two sexes, male, female. Anything else, it's bullshit. You know what they gonna say? They're gonna get back to whoever's over him. They gonna be like, sir, you can't do that. You can't do that. You gotta throw some ambiguity in there. You gotta say, but there's a chance that, you know, and there's a theory that you could be born mixed up. So you can't tell the truth. You can't tell the truth. You can't teach the truth. And so you got jakes like that trying to fight and say, some man get birth. Why is he doing it? Because he wants to stay. He wants to remain in a good stance with the world. And Candace Owens, she better watch it, because if she starts seeking too much truth, they gonna get her. They gonna get her. You got that quote.
Yeah.
So here's what he said. And mind you, he did a 9-page apology. I did a video on it. I went to one of his little tweets because he made it looked like almost a damn 100. And it all was made in within one day. I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry. And one of the things he said was, like I mentioned before, he said, I was speaking on things, historic things that I didn't look into that wasn't factual. And me trying to uplift my community, I hurt another community. When you teach this truth, you're going to hurt their feelings. Like I said, just simply saying, so-called Jesus wasn't white, guess who's offended? They are. So you're gonna say, well, I'm not gonna say it. Brother, we know what color he was. Let's just not say it. Why? Didn't know what the Lord just say? Whatever I reveal to you, go and speak it openly. If that's the truth, just because it offends them, what the hell they got to do with the truth? But because it offends them. You see, we exposing this place, man.
Right.
With truth. Just by saying the truth, got this man scouring, man. Got him scrambling. Nick just told the truth. Oh, kick him off. You gotta sit this down, sit that down, shut him up. All for saying the truth, man.
They made this nigga write a damn 9-page essay about how he wrong. You know, it's like Esau put niggas in time out or some shit. Yeah.
I'd have been like, welcome it. I'll welcome this.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable. But this what he said on Wednesday. First and foremost, which I laughed about that. That's how we start our videos. I extend my deepest and most sincere apologies to my Jewish sisters and brothers for the hurtful and divisive words that came out of my mouth during my interview.
So he said these are hurtful and divisive. And you know, all he said was, we're the Israelites. And if we're the Israelites, we got to deal with these people. That is considered hurtful and divisive words. You're trying to appease to a community or a nation of people that don't give a shit about you, that benefited off of your slavery, your ancestors going into slavery.
He did say in the interview like they came from like the Caucasus Mountains and all that.
How's it offensive?
Yeah, but
It's just the truth.
It's his facts though.
Don't they call themselves Caucasian?
Yeah.
That's just the truth.
And look, hey, and we didn't put that label on you. You put that on yourself.
So how is that offensive? You come from the Caucasus